It's that time of the season, y'all, for your favorite show. Ooh, it's back and brand new. Ooh, so give a round of applause. Bronze Banter is back, baby. It's brand new with the same orange hue. So take a view while you queue, because this show was made for you.
You're listening to Bronze Banter. Ooh, new content, the answer. Headaches, hot takes, and your heart breaks. Tune in this week, surely there's no mistakes. We got you. Play Tuesday, talk Saturday. We got you. Tune in, yeah, don't make us wait. Yeah, you love that Bronze Banter. Yeah, you need that Bronze Banter.
Let's take our time saying hello to the host of the show. Say hello to Nerft, an amazing manager, host, and former player. Chobi, soon to be 3-row all-star.
I'm better than Nerf, let's be real.
Pasty, lost 2 times in the same champ bracket. How is that possible? Sticko, his gameplay is as crazy as his takes on cooking. Wooly, new to the hosting
No one
game,
cares
but
about
his
Royal
claim to
Throne
fame
here.
is all the same.
I love the Royal Throne.
This Bronze Banter is for Harmony tiers, and no one cares.
Bronze Banter.
Wait, is Wooly actually here, or is this just like...
No, he's not
he
here.
just left me?
Yeah.
And
Why
that's
am I in
Willie
the
right
center?
there.
Well, wait, am I in the center just because of where Nerf was?
Yep. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Bronze Banter. Today we don't have Nerth and we have replaced her with Nevino. Say hi.
You know, I'm the better end name. Nevino, greater than Nerfed. Real.
And as you can see, Wooly is late, so he's going to be sitting in with our 48 BC Roman-looking guy that looks just like him. I hope everybody's had a good day. Let's get into some bronze bantering. So, Nev, tell us about yourself. What do you do? What do you like to do? Why are you here?
Who are you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why are you?
Hey man. I am Tranquility Hall of Fame nominee.
Two.
Oh yeah, Chobi is too. Harmony tier champion twice. Once as a player, once as a coach.
Mhm.
Discord tier as a coach. I've coached and been around a long time. I'm a tank player. Koala Kings is the brand I created. You know, Titanic is mid. That's really all you need to know.
Fair enough.
All right.
Oh, and I'm on the Irish podcast. That's probably where you've seen me before. I'm on there a lot.
Subtle plug.
Subtle plug, you know.
Make sure to check out Irish podcast this week.
Years.
All right.
But I love that inner content creation team rivalry there. So fun.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
not
do you guys
going
want
anywhere.
do you want to trade? Can I have Chobi and you guys get Janelle? I'll trade. I will trade right here, right
I
now.
like Jono.
Yeah.
Jono hug for my team up.
Someone wants to
Easy
Good
trade.
lord.
Easy trade. All right, so let's get into it. So
Jono
today-
didn't lose $5.
Y'all are gonna have even worse takes than mine if you trade that.
That's a match made in heaven.
So real.
So about the Luminous guys. Oof. Luminous
Luminous
is
boxes.
having a rough time.
I mean, I said this at the beginning to a lot of y'all, like before you guys even did Bronze Banter this season. I've said it. People, I thought going in they were like the Trojan horse of the season. The like they have decent pieces, but based on what I saw in preseason, I didn't actually think it would be that good. It just becomes the false flag of hey, they made it far in preseason, so thus they have to be good. You know, I'm gonna say preseason really doesn't matter that much. You saw a lot of good teams not playing preseason, Koala didn't play in preseason. Okay, I have to mention it. It is my team. Don't make fun of me, Chobi. And I don't even think Clairvoyance played in preseason either. And no, I don't believe in Clairvoyance. Chat is right. I don't. Get good. But they didn't play either. But solid teams didn't play, so it was like if you look at two sides of the bracket, I'm not surprised we're at this moment. I think what the real telling part is like how close their games have been versus teams that I think they should have been able to beat, but they did not.
Yeah, I mean, I think Luminous, like, this is the weakest we're gonna see them the entire season. They just had a new tank. I believe it's their first match with Josh on tank, as well as they have nerfed on main support, which is supposed to be a temporary solution. So I do think that they will. They can only go up from here, but they did not look great, even though they did win. I think they did look like a worse team.
I mean, honestly, for not playing since like season 6 on tank, Josh has been. Yeah, he was very serviceable in the match. I thought he was very underrated.
I think he played tank season 7, not season 6.
Season 7?
Actually,
he was on jetpack. I know that.
Yeah, because 6 he was on firefight when he.
It was
played
7. It
against
was
me.
7.
I remember he was doing some tank.
It's still a long time
before last season, actually.
I think he was too last season.
Because I remember scrimming against him.
I think he was going to, but then he didn't join for availability issues or something.
Yeah.
Josh is a solid player. He's kind of like that person to me who's like, he's been in Harmony a long time. He's one of those people that's like really good for Harmony, but doesn't seem like he will hit Diamond a couple times, but then come back down to Harmony. So they're just a solid role player that can kind of fill any mold. So I'm not mad at it. I actually do think Rim was really good, but it just seemed like there were synergy issues.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at Josh. I think long term Josh will probably work out for them because of the style they want to play.
Yeah, I do think this match does say more about Exhilaration than Luminous. I think Exhilaration looked really, really comfortable on like the Doomfist comp in particular. So I did really think that Nulls on the Mercy was very, very solid too. Like of being able to know when to switch between which DPS to pocket helped a lot against the Far Mercy comp that Luminous were trying to run.
Yeah, I can see that entirely. I think Doomfist is like one of those things where like if you have a good Doomfist, you're good at Doomfist. But if you have a team that's like who understands macro play, I had this actually argument with Magic Otter recently because you guys have seen Cosmic plays the Doomfist some, and he tried playing it versus me in a scrim, and I was like, I'm just gonna walk at you. But like, truly, if a team can understand the macro of it, Doomfist is pretty easy to shut down, unless they're just like God's gift to Doomfist. Get quaked on or something.
Yeah, I think Doom is a very, very high skill thing, so I want to see very good Doom players. I think it's really, really fun to watch, but it's not the greatest pick right now, generally.
Are any of the other DPS on LF unlocked, or is it just Josh?
Let me look. I can look. I was looking at something earlier.
So I wonder why, if they multiple people were unlocked, why they would like go with Josh instead of anyone else? Because Josh was their best DPS, I think, on their team.
Yeah, well, Josh is also like
that they swapped him. I know Josh has experience on tank, but I just think that swapping your best DPS over is a bold move.
I mean, yes, but I also think in Harmony tier tank is probably the most important role in the game for like 90% of teams. So I think having your best player on tank is ideal. Although I do think Color is Luminous's best player. But
Color is their best player.
Yeah, by far.
Color is fucking crazy.
Color is really, I love Color.
I think at like the lower as rank you go, the more DPS have an impact, and like because you consistently see every season that people have won, it's been led by for Harmony, it's been led by crazy DPS performances where the tank kind of just has to exist, right? Let's go as far back as like season 6, like we had Thai and Spongy, both were all stars in DPS. Both were views too. Season 7 flashbacks, right? Had Try, Anguish, and Milan. I want to say back then as well.
They did have Milan, and
3 really good DPS that were just better than everyone else in the tier. Then 8 was Doodles, and Doodles are known for their DPS players. The guys that I'm not gonna get into that.
That's crazy that you use the plural tense there.
What do you mean? Oh, okay, yes, the singular player. But I mean, like the other DPS. I mean, I remember what's his face? In season 8, Get Tarded was not bad. Get Tarded.
Yeah, on the the goofy Junkrat character.
The Junker Torb and like the kind of the silly DPS characters. He was not bad. Then season 9, like last season, like Koala had Kilroy, who is still Masters 1 right now.
Yeah.
And just really good at So, just be real.
Yeah.
And Pomku, right?
Yeah.
Like, yes, they all had good tanks individually, but I think to me the reason, like, let's go back to like when Narwhal played Koala last season in semis. Without our like Masters tank Tomas, we still took Narwhal to map 7, right? And that was truly because just Pomku and Kilroy killed things. So I think DPS is probably the most important role.
I mean, well, I think the distinction comes with I feel like it's impossible for a team that doesn't have a good tank to win a championship. I think it is possible for a team that has like a lacking DPS to win a championship. So like even with Doodles, they still had Maxwell played a lot of like off tank Zarya characters and was very, very, very good on those type of characters, which I mean, I just, like, yes, Chae Young was by far the best player on that team, probably the best player in the tier, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I think that like without Maxwell, a team doesn't win. So.
I think when you get into because like to me, the strong points of every team we've talked about that's contended for a title, the number one thing you can point to is all-star DPS.
Yes.
In every single team. I can kind of point to mid tanks on almost each of those teams, at least in their rotation. But having a mid DPS is so much harder to win with because then your other parts have to do so much more, especially in Harmony.
I agree with that. I think it's I think that is like a good way of putting it is if you have a lacking DPS, you need to do more. Your entire team needs to do more. But if you have a lacking tank, one good DPS can still carry.
I mean, that's why Koala put Eagle to Bop on main support last season, because originally he was going to play DPS, but the man was silver. We're like, just learn Lucio, and it worked out. And so we never had to sub out Kilroy or Pomku. It works.
Eagle's the go, man.
Eagle is my goat. I love that man.
And I didn't know about that. That's really funny.
He
in League Zero, and Pacey knows this because me and him both played in League Zero. Eagle was a DPS, like a Reaper Pharah 2-trick, really.
The old one-trick wonder.
Yeah, one-trick wonders, baby. And he was like an IGL DPS too. So I just made him play not DPS and still help IGL as much as he could. It worked out.
For sure.
The GOAT SR anchor for real.
I mean, I think with Luminous, they are still better off having Josh on tank because their other two DPS players are still very, very solid and can hold their own. So I feel like it is definitely like for them their best. Something I did notice is I feel like Luminous want to play a more like deathmatchy style. I feel like they're being forced into the comp scheme to coordinate more, such as like this. You can see like them playing the somber monkey type thing here. It takes a bit of coordination. Well, I think they would get a lot more out of running something that you can kind of like have a DPS hard carry and just put all your resources into that DPS. Because they, like I said, they want to play deathmatch, which is what this whole match like turned into, is just a big deathmatch in my eyes. There's very little team play, so
yeah, I mean, running comps like that will be really hard with a main tank who's just fresh,
Yeah.
Usually, if you want to play something like, I don't know, and I say this as an off tank player that has to play like everything on beat drop, right? Like, that's why like we'll play we just play tanks I like. Try and play around what the person is, especially if they're swapping roles. I think honestly, if they're trying to do more deathmatchy, I think the JQ comp with Tracer and Soj would be really good for them, or Tracer Cassidy, which still has brawly tendencies, but still allows your DPS players to cook. Honestly,
yeah, It's that type of comp. I really like the JQ. Actually, just lets everyone kind of hard carry. I think that'd be really good for a team like Luminous.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you just gotta learn not to die to a Ryan comp, you know, which is easier said than done. Ryan is very oppressive JQ right now.
yeah, but I do want to talk about Exhilaration this match. I think they did look better than Luminous did for this matchup. I think they looked really solid, and I think most of the time would win this match. They looked really good. I think their DPS in particular are bright spots. I mean, I don't know. Everybody was kind of a bright spot for this team. Like everyone played very well. I think it's tough.
I don't know. I thought DPS looked good. I thought I honestly just like thought the Doomfist was lacking at points for me. I thought they were really just doing like the way they were playing Doomfist is like, why not just play Monkey and get more value out of it? I feel like they would have won a lot more fights cleanly playing something like Doomfist. I mean, sorry, something like Winston or Rhine, because like the way they just played it, where they just went in as a group on someone, like Winston's just better because you can just cut people off, right?
Yeah, I think it's really weird and like interesting to think about, like the thought process behind teams when they're on the lower end of the table and they would pull out some weird shit like Doomfist, and just like I wonder what's like going on with their coaching staff and shit like that, and like, what they're trying to accomplish.
Well, it could be they don't have coaching, or maybe it's just he's comfortable on Doomfist and doesn't feel comfortable on Monkey, I guess. Like, I don't know.
I mean, they played a lot of the Monkey too, though. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they did win and lose fights depending on like how their Doom did a lot of the time. So.
Oh yeah, like right there, the clip on stream right now, he kills the Mercy with a really nice combo. Like when he does that, dope. But the thing is like the reason 99.99 is because he's doing that like once every other fight instead of consistently hitting engages and cooldowns.
Yeah.
And that is where the Doomfist comp lacks, I feel, is it's just so inconsistent. It can be like played around so effectively and easily, just simply by the other team just knowing knowing what to do when there's a massive Doomfist in their face.
Yeah, true. I do think Acceleration does this like shows improvement for them and warrants a conversation about like where are they in the table now, because before I thought they were kind of a bottom team. I don't think they're necessarily at the bottom anymore. They're like probably middle of the pack. But Luminous was like definition of middle of the pack, and beating them is a good sign for them.
Yeah.
Check something real quick. I want to check what group they're going to be in for playoffs. Acceleration.
Yeah, the groups are basically done already. There's nothing gonna change in my opinion.
They're 1-3 right now with like a 0 map diff. So like they would be an Elam bracket if it ended today.
Yeah.
Which is yeah. They don't look like an Elam bracket team.
They're playing really Disclosants, right? No, I think I'm wrong.
I have no idea.
I don't think. Oh, Acceleration. I for some reason thought Acceleration beat Luminous. I'm stupid. So Luminous still.
Acceleration beats. Oh, they play PodChamp. Ooh.
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, Acceleration can beat Elam.
Yeah.
Cool still. Unless Pause, I mean, also like if we want to like pivot, I think PodChamp's showing a chink in the armor, losing a map to who they lose a map to. The Pew Pew Plunderers. Like, no offense to Pew Pew Plunderers, I just don't rate them very highly, and them taking off a map off a team that 4-0'd flashbacks is not really what I imagined would happen.
Yeah. That team had 0 map losses before that, and they lose it to a team who, personally, I wasn't very high on before that match. So.
Yeah.
But Acceleration and Elam bracket Elam pool should just dominate. I don't think there's any other team that could like beat them as of now.
Wait, for PodChamp? Sorry, what did you say?
Exhilaration in Elam pool, I believe. I don't think there's any other team in Elam pool that'll even like come close to beating them if they continue playing how they did in this match. Looked really good.
I think Ares will beat them.
I don't think so.
I actually also don't hate Eminence either. I think Eminence is looking
Eminence are pretty solid, yeah.
I think also there's not a world where aimbots go to Elam pool. Dang it, John L. I was hoping to roast you.
I'm talking about the current standings.
Yeah. I would say Ares and Eminence I think could push them. I think Elam pool this season is going to look really interesting because it's like this season I feel has been really competitive because like in past seasons I don't know how you guys have felt about this. When I'm talking like I refuse to have my team scrim bottom of the table Harmony teams in past seasons.
Yeah,
because it's just not worth it for us. But this season I feel like from top to bottom we could scrim and still like get challenged, right? Like, and I feel that could be true for pretty much all the teams. Could scrim up and down Harmony tier. And
I
get challenged at
disagree,
point.
but I think that's more accurate to this season than any other season.
Yeah,
I disagree.
I think there are like
I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Chobi, Matt 5. I'll keep that in mind.
I think there are like a clear like bottom 5 teams that aren't really beating anyone above them, and a clear like top maybe like 3 or so that aren't gonna get beat by anyone below them. But everywhere in between, I think, is a very, very competitive. It really, really interesting this season.
Yeah, I would agree. I think this is like the closest it's been in a long time since I've been around. Honestly, maybe season 6 I think was pretty close back then, but like this is definitely the closest I've seen in a long time, and it's nice. It's really nice to see all these competitive and like. I really like the meta right now because you can kind of play like whatever you want as long as like your people like you guys understand how to play it. Your people understand like what the jobs are. You can play it. Does not matter. You want to play poke, play poke. You want to play rush, play rush. You want to play dive, play dive. And you can make it work for almost any comp. And it really kind of messes with the like there still is a rock paper scissors of Overwatch, but it's much less prominent in my opinion than it used to be.
Yeah, I think like I am seeing a lot of monkey comps like semi turn into more brawly comps that have dive now, which makes it very, very like capable of beating Ryan. Whereas in Overwatch 1, it was very difficult to beat a brawl comp when you were on the like monkey.
Because D.Va just existed in brawl comps and could just like murder you.
It's just impossible to take space because it's like D.Va. Even if you got in. Which is very hard against like so many boops. You just die instantly.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed this season so far in terms of just diversity of comps and win cons and everything.
And we're seeing like, I think I've seen every single tank get some playtime. Like unless I'm forgetting one. Maybe not Hog, but
I feel like someone has played Hog. I feel
Doodles
like
probably ran Hog at some point.
Yeah, someone has played Hog. I think every time tank probably hasn't played. I don't know. Has anyone seen Azaria? I don't remember seeing Azaria.
I feel like I've seen one, but I can't.
Oh wait, at least in Discord here because Adrenaline's literally locked Azaria versus us and I'm pushed. So I did see it in Discord.
I'm just so happy that fucking Overwatch League comp is gone. It's not played
the
Hog.
I
was so tired of it. No, the monkey version. I was tired of seeing that every.
You think it's dead? You think it's dead?
No, it's not dead, but it's
just
not
hard
as, like it's not hard meta anymore.
Yes,
still,
I'm
like,
thankful
third best
for
comp
that.
in the game.
Because that was my hell. I despise that shit.
I enjoyed it, but
it was a hard movie playing against Tomas.
So real, dude. Tomas is my goat. I love that man.
Well, Phoenix played Czar.
Phoenix played Czar. Oh, thank you, Phoenix.
I think I remember that. Yeah, I thought I remember that. Yeah. Like every single tank has been played. Harmony too.
Yeah, nice change of pace, honestly.
Hog is. I like that Hog, man. That was fun.
All right, do we want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about this ad nauseum.
We talked about it for 30 minutes. Yeah. This would be like a 2 or 3 hour, maybe 4 hour cast.
Stalling for Louis.
All right. So here it is. We're back for a second time.
Oh no.
Mid-backs are here to stay. We said it before.
Yay.
It's gonna happen, and it happened.
I don't know what the reference is here. Because you guys are like what,
They
2 and 2?
lose.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, it happens. I wouldn't worry too much because you guys have a hard group. Like PosChamp, I think is surprised at your group. Who do you even play? You play Luminous.
Yeah.
If y'all don't 4-0 Luminous, I will be concerned.
Yeah, I think if you guys end the stage without like a very dominant win over a team like Luminous, who are like struggling right now, I feel it's safe to say, then that is the point where you start getting nervous. But this
Well,
also is a really rough meta for them.
Well, I think going back though, Sticko, if you remember, like we talked, like when Flashbacks first lost, and I got into an argument in Twitch chat because I was watching. I got into an argument about how people were like, "Oh, they're missing Pasty," and I said, "One player doesn't make a 4-0, doesn't like undo a 4-0, right?" And I stand by that, and I think like they're kind of out of that excuse now because like they did lose to Doodles with Pasty there, right? So, like, not saying you don't make an impact, Pasty. I'm just saying, like, now it's the time, like, if they're as good as we thought they were going into the season, we need to really see it here coming up.
Actually, we didn't get 4-0 this time, so...
You got 3-1. You got 3-1. Respect, of course.
That's some type of difference, actually?
No, sometimes.
Getting a map off of Doodles is not an accomplishment. That's just... they did allow it to happen.
This mysterious unknown Tracer player on Doodles just dominated that lobby. I don't know.
It's weird.
You say mysterious? Please tell me
mysterious
we all...
unknown.
I think Doodles have finally proved themselves. Instead of like being a shit house team, I think they're at least proving that they're taking the season a little bit more serious, even if they are playing dumb shit.
No, I think like it's a safe. This is the exact same trajectory from season 8. They play down to competition some. They forfeit a few maps. They forfeited a game literally versus Koala that season in stage 2. Remember? And like Doodles is just frustrating because it doesn't feel genuine when you're playing them.
Yeah.
Like they're sandbagging, and that's my personal issue with them. But at the same time, like they still bring out wins, so that's what matters. That's why that's like literally this exact roster minus Opti won season 8. So I see them at least making champ bracket right now, regardless of like their maps, because like this exact group of players.
They picked up a new player, I think.
New, sure.
A guy named Des, or as you can see in the VOD, XD Gary.
I think they are something in Discord tier last season. Doodles did show weakness was when they were forced to have what is it? Decal Kamani. I don't know how to pronounce.
Just call him Chae Young. We all know it's Chae Young. Just say Chae Young. It does not matter.
On the Sojourn, they were struggling a bit, but now that they're on like Tracer and Reaper, which they're more comfortable on.
Now that they're playing against Harmony teams, they're playing better.
That's true. I think that they did have a bit of a wake up call in Discord tier when they lost to Deep Dish. I think they are like their egos kind of been put in check a little bit. So I would say that they are like actually consistently trying this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like until they're up like 3-0. I think the Doodles, they still look really, really dominant. It's rough. It's hard to tell like where they're gonna be later on in the season.
I predict they're gonna be fine. They'll probably forfeit a map because they don't know how to respect other people's times. But like no, truly, they're late to everything.
Yeah.
Like literally, they already forfeited a map for being late to Chicago Mafia.
The only time they haven't been late is for our game.
Up, as you know. We just okay. Sorry, I have to stream on the other monitor. And I just they're gonna be a good team, and anyone that says otherwise is just maybe you weren't around season 8, but this is exactly how season 8 went. Truly,
yes.
I think they're gonna win the tier.
They probably will, in all honesty, but I really want to see.
No, I think Geo wins.
Team compete with them.
I really want to see.
I would love to see
GP versus Doodles in the finals.
I think Geo wins.
I'll be real. I'm still not convinced Geo wins the tier right now because I'm still not really bought in on the like Synop Chur DPS core hype. Like I think it's the Pomku and support line show right now, and like even when they're winning, I just feel like they're getting DPS gaps right now. Like except Jer. Jer is good when he plays Genji. Specifically Genji.
I mean, I am quite the sign-up enjoyer, so I think they have their moments with the DPS line, but Yeah, like all the matches they lose, it's because the other team's DPS has played better. It feels like, like Pomku, it's very hard to find a match where he gets diffed in the tank department, and Kiriko is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just really tough to find a weakness in this team, like when they are playing like a high level.
Well, the big thing, like why I think they will make championship or at least top 4, is because 100%. All those players care.
Yes.
You know, like the biggest thing, and like I'll call out Koala right here. They don't care. Like it does not seem like any of them care. They skip scrims, they prioritize other things, and they don't actually want to get better. At least from what I've seen. So, and I guarantee you, there's more teams like that in the top tier right now. Like Chobi is playing, but probably doesn't actually want to get that much better because he doesn't want to play main support right now. No offense, Chobi. Like you've said, you don't want to play it. So it's like it's hard. Like you cap yourself mentally.
Trying my best.
No, but like it's just a thing. Like when you coach, if someone's not into it all the way, if someone's not prioritizing it all the way, there's a cap to how far you'll go.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And I think there are plenty of teams that have that issue, and the thing is, Geo does not. Geo's team cares, and like Sinop and Eagle, a big reason we were so good last season and won last season is because they cared so much and held everyone else accountable on Koala. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think Geo will have that.
I mean, I've said this multiple times in the past. I think the best teams in Harmony tier are the teams that create their own meta and the teams that enjoy the game the most and have the most fun. And I mean, a team like Geo, from what I've seen, really like the game, and they also are playing comps that other teams don't really want to play, like the Queen. So I really like Geo right now. Really good.
I think the mid backs being here to stay, I don't necessarily buy yet because and this kind of goes full circle. You know, I think that the flashbacks care. Just from talking to Tyler, I know Tyler cares. So if they have people that care, I think they'll rebound and get better as the season goes on. So I don't know if I'll say they're here to stay. I have faith in them, and I hate saying that about Nostalgia Org team. You know, capital Gur, but like they're here, right now. But I have faith. I think because of the reasons I've said.
I can speak from experience. The team that we have right now is like very dedicated to the game.
Yeah.
It's like really the only issue we have is not like mechanical or like team based. It's more just mental standpoint that a lot of our team just like gets down on ourselves during games, and it's just we just have to get over that. And if we get over that, like we're top tier.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys, they're probably going to be in C group most likely. It's a chance you're in D. And, I don't know. I can't see you guys, like, struggling in C group. Like, you know, the other competition. Outside of maybe Pause Champs right now. But they won't be in C group. I'm confident.
Can you get a upper bracket seed from C group?
Never mind. I got mixed up. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing.
I don't know. I don't know how the playoff works this season.
I do. For the most part, I think I figured it out in my big brain. I'm pretty sure Group C, seeds 7 to 8 this time are still upper bracket. This time, I'm 90% sure.
I'm still I'm still very confused on that because there's more teams now.
I think they're gonna announce it during event week.
Minus Team 32.
I mean, I think if the stage ended right now, the top or the teams in Group C would be Disclosing, Chrysalis, Flashbacks, and Basement Dwellers.
I think Disclosing and Basement Dwellers are decent, but I do think Disclosing is the only team that really poses a threat to them.
I agree. But I do think Flashbacks probably go 4-0 that 3-0 that stage.
We'll see. I mean, like. They did go to map 5 with Mafia.
Just,
you know, like
one of them was my warm up, by the way.
That's true.
True.
That's cope now.
That's cope. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is like it's always fun to cope. Just ask Choice You Want and Silver Slander. You know, I love you,
so
Choi.
True.
I love Choi.
I love Choi. But I'm excited to see. So I disagree with like mid backs being here to stay, though. I officially disagree with it. I think this team has the talent and the want to be good.
I think they have a really strong stage 2, and then I don't know. Playoffs, I think they're gonna be solid, but I could see them getting upset a few times.
Wooly, you have your webcam microphone on.
Oh, fuck. God. I think we can move on to the next. What's it called?
Topic.
Unless no one else has anything else to say about flashbacks.
All right, so let's go on. Swordfish played their first game this week.
Wait, what? How'd that work?
They just forfeited every single match.
We finally get our first Overwatch 2 footage of the infamous Swordfish.
Guys, did you check out the stream title, by the way? I think someone renamed it.
Wait a minute.
It's good.
Stream doesn't know yet, but
what?
Here he is.
I'm here.
Wooly is here now.
Honestly, that photo does scarily look a lot like you.
I know.
I was like, did Wooly just get buff all of a sudden, bro? Like,
It's just the chat version of me.
The chat.
If your beard had less polygons.
Yeah.
Less. Oh my god.
Wait, I want to talk about. I just missed the mid backs.
Yeah, you just
Yes.
missed it.
I want to say one thing. They looked bad when they weren't playing off tanks, but they looked good when Chusto was on Diva and Sigma. Crazy, I know.
Well, I don't think the team knows how to play around the Diva comp, which is understandable. That's the hardest comp ever.
I think they looked better on the Diva comp.
I agree they did. I just feel like they lack a great understanding of how to play it. It's just choosers more comfortable on the character, so
Yeah,
it works out better.
Who would have thought you play better on a character you're good at?
Wow, that's crazy.
That's why.
But yeah, we can go on to
Blitz on
Swordfish.
Sig, guys.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or Doomfist, I guess now. But
He plays Doom now?
yeah, did you not see their stream match Geo? He played Doom on Esperanza, bro.
Oh my god, he's opening up his hero pool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Two trick.
Two-trick now, he's a two-trick.
I was like, why don't you play Diva? He's like, I don't like Diva. I was like, you played all of Overwatch 1, man. What do you mean? He's like, it's just not fun. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess fair.
Simon,
Get to the puddle. That's a
The
good
puddle.
shot. Right? That's a good shot.
So real, so real.
Swordfish, yippee! They played a match.
Woohoo.
So what I can say about them, I watched one map of their gameplay, and it was Coliseo. Their Ryan is a bit of an aggressive gamer.
He is a Kyle, so.
He is a
He's a
guy. But I think it's tough because they're running like a Ryan Reaper, but the Reaper doesn't like getting in their face, and the Ryan really likes getting in their face. So, no, they're just on like completely different tempos.
The Reaper was a ringer.
Oh,
you
were
wanna
they?
probe
Okay.
about that? Yeah. But,
Layla was a ringer?
yeah.
Okay, that makes some sense because they were not on the same page, the Reaper and the Ryan, a lot of time. But
They lost to Chrysalis, right? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was a 3-1. They honestly the first two maps, like they forfeited the first map because they had an invalid ringer.
Nice,
The first
love
two
that.
maps, Swordfish looked like they were setting the tempo a lot better than Chrysalis were, and then they just like got off each other's tempo in the last half of the game, which was pretty disappointing.
I mean,
Yeah.
so I was very, very impressed by their Baptiste. I think their Baptiste was probably their team's best player, although
Yeah.
Zip's mechanics
Zips,
were pretty
fucking
solid.
Nuts.
Zip's mechanics were good, but they seemed lost a lot of time, like a Valorant player.
Yeah, I
But-
think this team is like really new to organized Overwatch, because like you see, I don't know if it was this map, but one of the maps they kept playing the Reinhardt. Obviously, that's what that Tank's comfortable, what Kyle's comfortable with. But they ran it with a pharmacy, right? Which, like, if you play in organized Overwatch, you'll understand why that's like not good. So I think they just need some time to get in a scrim environment, get some coaching, and I think they have like some potential. I think in like, when it comes to like the playoffs, they might be able to beat Chrysalis here, because I liked their tempo on the first 2 maps.
Yeah, I think their mechanics are very, very solid. It's just like they struggle with playing together a lot of the time.
Yeah,
and they struggle with that, and also awareness. I noticed a lot of the time, like there'd be a lot of time where like their main support just get picked off to, like, instantly because there's like unaware of like a flanker or just like a sojourn charge shot.
Yeah.
Like I think once they learn the game, like learn how to play like competitively a bit more, they could be very solid.
I think like if Zip's like, it feels like they're playing a lot for Zip because we talked about the mechanics. If they're gonna do that, like I feel like they need to play like more like pocket Zip and then play flanker and a like kind of a tank to get space for Zip. It feels like they're just playing hard poke and just hoping Zip doesn't get pressured. But what Chrysalis does really well is they just consistently go at Zip. These recognize pretty fast that Zip is the one that's going to kill them. And like, what is the Rhine going to do, right? What is the Sig really going to do for that? If you're playing Winston, Ball, Diva, or any of those like more mobile tanks, you can peel. Even JQ could peel. You know, just you shout and walk over there. Be like, "Hello, friend. I'm here with my axe." You know, like,
and my axe.
You know, Willie, I can see you as a Gimli type character.
Yeah, I like playing dwarves in like D&D and stuff. So
of course you do. Of course you do.
Yeah. So, like, I think this team has a lot of potential. Like, I wonder if they have a coach, because they could. This is a team that could really benefit from a good coach. The mechanics are there, and
well, they have an they're in the Atlantic org, right? That's how it's like jellyfish.
I thought
they are. Yeah,
I
completely forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. So they should have good resources.
I get them mixed up with like late night or like LNE because they also have all fish name type stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, who is who?
I mean, Chrysalis just look the same as they always do, just DPS centered. And it's just kind of how they are.
I don't know. Like,
I think they change at all.
I think CTW has improved. I think they're fine. Mr. Box on main support has been interesting to me, but I think they've marginally improved. The thing is like, it comes down to like, are they improving enough outside of just scrims for something to happen? That is the question, and as right now, I would say no.
Yeah.
They're just like they're running like a lot of weird characters that it's hard to like notice how you're improving at the game by running them. Like Junkrat, I think they ran Junkrat on like at least 3 maps.
Hey man, it ain't broke.
I fuck with the double. I fuck with the double flex DPS, man.
I think it's solid, but I don't. I mean,
Mr.
I think
Close
it's
did not mean to get that kill.
I think it's a different team. They could struggle and get punished a lot for running like Junk Pharah.
Yeah, I mean, if you just like when they've played like decent teams, like has Geo played Chrysalis yet? Or do they play Chrysalis?
We don't play. We don't. Play
They have. Don't avoid the question.
No, we haven't.
Willie. You have.
No, we haven't.
In preseason,
we have not played them in the. We have not played them in the regular season.
Oh no.
Okay,
Let's go back to preseason.
Well, Koala played them, and the hit scan for Koala kind of shut them down. So I agree with you. More traditional. You know, we're not gonna. You know what? We can embarrass Willie. Was it close? Was it close? Someone inform me. Chubby, was it close?
Well, you can just say it.
No, I didn't watch the codes and I wasn't there, so I have no clue. But I mean, if we played Chrysalis today, we would full row them.
Sure. We all believe you. We all believe you.
I believe you.
Rest in peace, Sticko.
Am I alive? Yeah, I'm alive.
You're fine.
Oh, can you hear?
Okay.
Can you hear?
No, well, no, Sticko says.
Sticko's dead.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Sticko.
Enjoy Monkey.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think if Swordfish was going to make any difference, I feel like they had to beat Chrysalis. I feel like they're just going to be another Elam Pool team.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be Bronze Banter without a stick OTC. So real, Ty. So real.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to say something about Swordfish, or are we vibing?
Are you pleased with them, Sticko? You had them very high in your power rankings.
Wait, did you?
He was trying to do another aimbot.
I am known to just choose a team that is very unknown and just ride or die for them. I did that with I guess Onigiri aren't super unknown, but Milo at the time.
Onigiri is literally all vets. They all played last season.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about a different org, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
And I tried doing that a bit with Swordfish.
It did not work.
I forget. Let me check where I had them on my rankings. Actually, I'm curious now. Let's see.
I did not have them high because they just simply didn't play.
Winter, don't make me pull out seeing you on Redacted, bro. I know it's Redacted, but
no, I had them low on my rankings. But I think I was going to be higher, but I did have them low on the rankings.
Alright.
I think it was after week 1.
Alright, we ready to go on then?
Yeah.
Alright.
Jovi, what are you thinking about this Nick Alec? What are you thinking
right now? Losing a lot more maps than usual.
Jersey boys, what happened?
We're not talking about Jersey boys.
That's wrong.
That's not the right topic.
Wrong topic.
Yeah, but I'm still talking shit because he lost his money.
My boy's backing me up. No, we vastly underestimated our pool, I think.
Yeah, who'd you go to map 5 with this time?
Disclosing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I actually do not think
very well.
Yeah, solid.
I don't think they're awful. It's kind of funny because some of the teams that are pretty solid this season were all part of that pool that everyone said was super easy last season.
Yeah.
Because Clairvoyant and Disclosing under the Obfuscate, whatever their name was. That's a word.
Shout out to Vampire the Masquerade for teaching me that word.
But they've now kind of they definitely look better, and it's nice to see that improvement season over season because it's a lot of the same players, is it not? Pretty sure it is.
Clairvoyant's just the same roster without but with a different tank. I don't know about Disclosing.
I'm pretty sure Disclosing is at least a couple people the same from whatever that word is.
I don't remember.
I don't know, dude, but fucking CVS Pharmacy is him. Holy
no, actually,
he was nuts.
She was
Didn't he ring for Redacted in their stream game? I thought he was on Redacted, and then I just look at these codes and I'm like, wait, this man is here.
Yeah, he's crazy, dude.
No, he's fucking nuts. I think he killed 4 a fight on the Hanzo. It was crazy.
It was not pretty safe for us.
I think Galactic Penguin played worse than they usually did until halfway through New Queen Street. They were like, oh, guys, we might lose this game, and then started playing how they normally do. That's what it looked like anyway. Then they closed out the series pretty easily.
Dang,
after that.
bro, Winter just jumping in front of the Hanzo like this, bro.
Yeah,
Winter
was kind of feeding.
Winter was a little bit. It was
talk
the
about
best.
a king like that.
Winter was amazing. All right, don't talk about it.
I love Winter.
He was a great ringer. Help us get the win. All right.
The Dubski
that was available at the time probably wouldn't have. I'll say that. Winter did his job. Good shit, man.
When the 20 seconds Winter played Ana, he did very well.
We don't play a lot of Ana, man. Yeah, I think that Winter was very serviceable. I really appreciate what he did.
No, I actually do not think he played that bad. It was just funny because I said Winter, and then he just immediately jumped and got headshot.
He just played out in the open a lot and got caught out. like he kept you guys alive a lot of the time.
Well, and to be honest, that's kind of like what Luna does anyway when I watch the GP codes. So like, if we're cosplaying Luna here, you know, he's like,
That's fair. That's fair.
Try your best to replicate, yeah.
So, you know, I just want all
trying his best to make it feel like there wasn't a ringer.
Yeah, all the ringers from now on. All you need to do is watch a replay code of the person you're replacing, so you can mimic their play style,
I
including.
mean, Luna doesn't feed. They're just allergic to high ground.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, Chobi, if I see you go for a res in the middle of the enemy team again,
I was so mad.
Dude.
I'm not sure if there's. I don't remember if there's anyone else in that call with Jones and I when we were watching that match. I was talking so much shit about you. It was so fun.
I gave nerf to Vodbu for
destroying
her,
you.
Messi. If you want one too, Chobi, hit me up.
I got one.
I don't know how desperate you gotta be to ask Wooly for gameplay tips here, but
Wait, what?
Your mercy was some ass.
Wooly's gonna be like lesson 1. Move to Australia, so you
I
have
have
300 MS, so you can only play main supports.
I have 3 tips for you, okay? First, if you want to go for a res, tell your diva Matrix is an ability. And they didn't have anything to stop Matrix. You know, it's crazy. It's really cool. You know? You can just like your diva gets told to right click on you and you get a free res. It's wild.
Interesting.
Unless there's a rock.
Well, yeah, but in like the diva comp mirror, which happened a lot.
Okay, yeah. Like I don't know, like it is interesting because I do feel like GP has played down to people's levels more since
I agree.
like preseason than they did prior. You know, and you kind of saw in the FBRD match, you kind of see it here. I also be real, you kind of saw in the Jersey Boys match. I don't think Jersey Boys still have looked that great. I think all the close matches to me tell more of a story about Galactic Penguins than they do about the teams they're playing. But as I've said many a time in Harmony tier, it does not matter if your games are close anymore. You just need to win.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, a lot of these wins are attributed to Choi. And his coaching has been fucking amazing on the fly. We're just trying new shit in matches that the enemy team isn't like prepared for, and it's been above 50% successful. So
if it works, yeah.
I love Choi for remember our last scrim with Choi in it? Cho? You remember our last scrim with
just stonewalling you, bro.
The one that we got fucked up by prospects.
Yeah.
And then
Choi was just like, fuck it, I'll just go to flashbacks. And he switched to Xeno's alt account and just watched. What he played like the last match for like Esperanza, and he just decided to shit on us. Yeah, he played.
What the fuck?
He was playing on Xeno's alt account.
My own coach is sabotaging my team.
Fucking hell.
Oh, I love Choi.
I gotta talk about this.
Oh my god, that scrim was so much fun, man.
Account sharing in my Christian Overwatch server.
Shaking my head. At Mr. Yeti.
Your disciplinary actions is about to drop.
Oh my god. Wake up, babe. It's disciplinary actions. Alright.
Why does everything Choi touch turn to gold? I don't understand.
I mean, honestly, because Choi, like, whenever I see his face cam, he just looks like a TikTok meme.
It's a haircut.
It's a haircut, bro.
It's a haircut. It's the glasses.
The middle part.
A lot of the part looks like it looks like an off-brand John Lennon, and it just.
I mean, now that you say that, man, like, yeah.
And after a while, you just notice it, and then it makes sense.
Oh yeah. A lot of people say I look like Andy Reid. You know. It's just because I'm fat and I have like a goatee, like, and I'm white.
That's a lot of people. That's half the South, man.
It's all bikers.
No. What? All right.
I'm gonna get us back on topic here.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
to talk about fucking Sky, dude. That guy is a freak. He is.
Guy is gold.
His
On the
Sojourn
one
is
character he
crazy.
plays.
Well, because we don't put him on anything else.
That's my
His
point.
His tracer's like not bad.
Oh, yeah, Scott's trace is very good. Scott's mechanics are very good. Although
He got-
my
he
soldier
got
may be a
arrested.
bit better. Yeah, that was a crazy scrim. Okay, were you there for that scrim, Shobi?
What?
The one where I got a few people like warm-up scrim penguins. Oh yeah, that was a warm-up scrim. Never mind.
I asked
For
you
that match.
For that match, exactly.
I bullied Sky on the soldier. Just let it be known. But I don't know. Sky played really good. Phantom played pretty solid. Half the fights, the other half Phantom just like hard fed.
Yeah,
So-
like some of the reason that Chobi was feeding was because Phantom was feeding.
Although I do think a lot of times Phantom was feeding was because he didn't like realize his mercy left him, which is partially his fault, partially Jovi's. So I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's just a communication issue.
I don't really communicate to my team that much.
See, if you got the Willy VOD review, I tell you gotta tell your mercy when you're leaving her. Yeah.
Or guys, you know, we just we change eligibility rules. Nev becomes the main support. For
Yes.
Galactic Penguins.
Yeah, it's over,
I am down. Get me off this roll.
I'm leaving Beach Drop Bears. You heard it here first, guys.
There's a tank spot open now. Who wants?
Yeah,
it?
John. You know, actually, it's so
John
funny.
L. wants
I'll-
the
I'll
tank
go
spot.
No, dude. John L. literally before Iris goes live goes, "Hey Nev, any chance I can play a Beach Drop next season?" I was like,
I'm the tank player, man.
I was like, "Do you realize that I play tank?" He goes, "No," and I was like, "Then why?" You didn't even know what role I played that. Anyway, I feel like we've kind of talked about Galactic. Do we want to move on to what was the next one? I don't remember.
the magnum opus of our topics tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready to roast Chobi some more.
So where did your
Yes.
$5 go? Where'd your $5 go?
What happened?
What happened?
Went straight into a Great Northern Lager, baby. That's what it went into.
What was the bet anyway? I'm so uneducated in this one. What was the bet?
Tribute for $5 on JB beating Strix.
That was a stupid bet, Chobi.
I tried.
I
I had confidence, and then Jersey Boys, they
Jersey
went
Boys
like
coulda won that.
130 meters on Coliseo to 0 meters, and then they get reverse swept because they stopped giving a fuck.
That's
And
rough.
it was the most tilting experience of having to watch that back. I remember we just finished our round on Circuit Royale, and Jersey Boys were 130 meters in the match into 0, and we're like, oh, they got this. They're gonna take them to map 5. And then I look after my match, and they get fucking reverse swept. It pissed me off.
The cat, like, you just see the color in his face just drain out of it as he sees the match sheets. Just,
They
You're
see knives
kidding
twice
me.
on Dorado as well.
It was so crazy. It's like they started out so well, but then Godzilla just
Did Strix swap to a different comp? I didn't watch this code.
no.
Like they just
They
kept playing the
just-
rush.
they
here?
just-
It's dominated. It's all the
Godzilla
womp
kept trying-
tom
He was too
coaching.
creative. He kept trying to do like flank shatters and off the top ropes and shit, and it just did not work out.
Sometimes you're just feeling yourself on the ride and it does not work.
Well,
I
he
can't
was
confirm.
like,
Yeah,
he was
that's
going crazy on the first half of Coliseo, and then they just like started to playing to like counter him more, I guess. Like Impact wasn't playing as aggressive and wasn't like didn't let Godzilla do whatever the fuck he wanted, and so but Godzilla was still trying to do whatever the fuck he wanted.
Dang, bro. Like, these are some fat, like Godzilla
Yeah,
is like going to town.
He's
He
going
is
in.
I
going
was
crazy.
so confident that they would take that momentum into map 5, and then it fell off the cliff mid map.
Also, Impact, the tank for Strix made a very goofy, funny video, which I enjoyed.
It's
That was
so
a
bad.
very
Oh, wait,
nice video.
Can someone link it in
Yeah,
chat?
yeah,
Because
link
I
it
just
in
wanted,
chat.
I want
It's
this
on
to
me.
live on.
Yeah, I'll send.
Alright.
It's a beautiful video.
The thumbnail is so funny.
It's so good, dude. Impact is the goat.
I love Impact.
What's the GG's in
I really this Strix team is so fun to watch. I really like them.
I think Strix, like, from previous seasons, like, you know, it's so funny because, like, a lot of people think of Strix as being, like, this kind of contender in the last few seasons, but, like, when I joined Trank, they were, like, bottom tier. So it's nice to see, like, that flip, and Jimbo's been a large part of that. I think Jimbo has been a super good flex support in the tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Much better than when he ever played tank. I'm sorry, Jimbo. You should never do that.
Yeah, I gotta say, Jimbo Tank was not it, but Jimbo Flex Support's very good.
Very interesting.
He just lives, dude. He just lives on flex support. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like
he's very smart.
Yeah.
He's really smart. I think he's been dope in that way. And I think Jersey boys just need to figure out, like, because the reason they play Rush, and this is what kind of say, like, if you play Ryan, you're playing for your tank to kind of carry. If you play, like, other comps, you're playing more for, like, your DPS to carry, right? Or your supports, depending on the comp. Like, if you play a Zen on a backline, your supports are going to be doing a lot. But if you're playing, like, Winston Soj, like, whatever, your DPS have a oversized impact, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think Jersey boys just need to kind of figure out, like, if, like we just saw, like, Supreme gets picked here, like, they need to figure out how to play around something other than Godzilla, because I feel like they're kind of one-trick ponies with, like, if Godzilla is destroying, they're winning. If he's not, they're not.
Yeah.
I also thought Mr. Amazing played very, very well. I really liked watching played Soldier. I believe they played Soldier. I might be mixing up with another
He was
match.
on F972
Yes.
or 214, whatever.
He
Whichever
was
Fahrenheit team.
Season 8.
Yeah, he was a tank for their team season. Yeah, I think season 8.
Season 8, yeah.
But
I thought he was a DPS back then.
he
He was a DPS
played,
on
like,
Renegades, wasn't he?
yeah, he played like baller and stuff for Fahrenheit. He was like their main tank. God, I wasn't around for the Renegades days.
Yeah, you're lucky. You missed out on the Quokka Queens, the most cursed brand to ever exist.
Oh no.
This one hurt.
Hey, they won Flux Cup. Hey, my boy
They
Chad
did.
getting that ring.
Hey, yeah, with me on DPS, that's how you know it's cursed.
No.
Yeah.
No, if you ever go back and find Flux Cup VODs, it's just me playing like 3 characters. I played Cass, I played Symmetra, I played Pharah. That was it.
Yeah.
That's just that was a sad tournament for me.
Oh yeah, Pacey. I beat Pacey in that tournament.
It's not my fault, man. We had a good support line. We had decent DPS, but our tank line was just not there.
What was your tank
proof
line?
of Ajax period.
You would not know who our tank line was, but we had an off tank playing main tank. We had
We'll tell you guys after. This is about Trek. We can tell you guys after.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
it is funny because I forget that Pacey, like how many tournaments you might have played in the same tournament before.
I've basically been in all of the same tournaments.
Yeah, I've just won and you've not.
Actually, I won season 2 of League Zero.
Oh yes. Do we need to revisit that? What that was? How you won that? Do we need to revisit that?
Yes, I rode the bench. I rode the bench
Anyway.
to the win.
All right. So now that we're done making fun of Chobi, do we want to talk
I'm
about?
not done. I'll never be done.
Stick will never be done.
Do we want to?
There's
talk
nothing
about,
more fun than making. You know how like people say like people have like a punchable face. I feel like Chobi is like is a very good fun person to make fun of.
That's just my life story, huh?
So yeah, I mean it's called like the verbal punching bag, a proverbial punching bag,
Nope.
friend group. Yeah, that is Chobi, and Chobi, it's okay. That's me and my friend groups too. So I feel your pain. Sometimes it's just.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
What it is.
And you know what? That means you can take it, though. It means you're funny. Well, I don't know about the funny part for you, but at least you can take it. Like- So now, matches of the week, Pasty, or whatever.
Yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
I love my matches of the week.
So we have our first match of the week, which is, if I'm getting this right is Basement Dwellers versus Aimbots. How are we feeling about our Preds?
I did put basement on. I guess I said it. That was at the hospital.
It was very late.
Sticko's the only one with faith in John L.
I lost faith in John L. He hypes his
that.
team up every week, and they just fall short. I'm tired of it, John L.
No. If John L's gonna hype up my team, I gotta return the favor. Aimbots are gonna dominate. Easy 3-0. It will not be close.
You mean 4-0? Gosh.
Or
No, there's a draw in there.
There's a draw.
Draw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're gonna give him a map. They give him a draw. They feel bad.
I do not remember who the tank is for aimbots. Someone asked.
Get a fact checker.
Oh yes, as a person
I
who,
watched the,
as a person who should know this, it is.
They just wrong stream.
Oh,
Key limes. Key limes.
Key limes,
Oh,
yes,
that's
key
right.
limes.
Oh yeah.
They played Sigma a few times. I remember that.
Yeah, they play a lot of Ramatra and.
Did Chobi die?
Chobi is here. It's just he decided to not
Turn
be
off
here.
the camera and muted.
He's turned off his camera and muted his mic, so I don't know.
Now that Chobi's gone, let's talk. It's a terrible.
Let's talk about the loss. So. Why do you
I
think aimbots are gonna win?
I think the Ramatra comp is very, very cool and fun and very funny, and I like it a lot. As well as I have not watched a single Basement Dwellers VOD, so I know literally nothing about them.
They run ball comps, and they're entirely 100% dependent on their tracer and popping off.
Well, if there's anything that's gonna stop that, it's aimbots. You know, they're known for their extreme DPS talent.
So, what I'll say is,
I think it's me.
sorry, Sticko.
Yeah. You're good. You're good.
I think for me, Ball really does beat up a Ram comp pretty well because Ram can't do jack versus a Ball comp. 2, I think Ram is super high skill ceiling where you're so dependent on your DPS to find damage and picks. Because you're like, let's everyone's talking about Ram now because of Owl, right? Because Atlanta runs it. I'm like, well, yeah, Atlanta can run whatever they want. They have Lipid Stalker. Like no one, they can run whatever they want, bro. But when especially you look at even like Ram versus Ryan, like Ram's gonna play first and play proactive, and you're playing so reactionary, and a lot of teams struggle with that because they're still learning fundamentals of Overwatch. Like watching people play Rush, like they don't understand the ebb and flow of how to rotate. So I just don't have faith in people to play Ram to a high level in Plat. So yeah, Basement Dwellers.
Next up, we have Pew Pew Plunderers versus Mafia.
This is for you, Train. This is for you. Even though I'm pretty sure I predicted Mafia to win this. But...
Yeah, you predicted Mafia.
That's just for him. Only your friend.
I went for PPP.
Wow, am I the only one that picked Mafia?
Yep.
It took a back on Pause Jump, and they looked really good.
I do think Mafia look very solid. It's just Pew Pew took a map off Pause Champs, and I think Phoenix has like been very, very, very underlooked as like one of the top tanks in the tier. They run Goofy Zarya comp, which I'm a big fan of, even though it sucks. Same with the Doom comp. I don't know. I like PvP Plunders. I think they looked a lot better. They have more important wins under their belt, I guess, or map wins, I guess.
So, as the lone Mafia stan here, Mafia stan.
Tell me.
I was just gonna say this. Pew Pew Plunderers got 4-0 by flashbacks without pasty. Mafia took the map 5, also without pasty, and took a map off Luminous. I just think, I've also watched some of the DPS stream.
So
they actually talk. They fight plan. They're just figuring stuff out. Every week I see improvement. I feel like when I watch Pew Pew Plunderers, it's just like apathy at Phoenix and Friends.
Yeah.
And I love both of them. And Train is obviously the second greatest coach to ever live, right behind myself, of course. But I'm a Chicago Mafia stan. Who'd they play? Who'd they play this week? Who'd they play? They even play anyone?
They played someone bad and 4-0'd them, I think.
Did they? Yeah, they 4-0 positively aggressive.
Yeah, they have not won a map yet.
Yeah, and then Pew Pew Plunderers have beaten. Who have they beaten? They had a bye. They beat Acceleration in map 5. And then they
took a map of PosChamp.
Yeah, okay, like cool. Like, as I said this before you got here, but I think that says more about PosChamp than it does about Pew Pew Plunderers.
Yeah, probably.
Because I just think from watching that game, yeah, I'm kind of seeing the stuff I talked about with PosChamp at the beginning of the season. Why I didn't buy them as a contender until they beat Flashbacks, and I'm super happy to be wrong. But I'll be interested to see how they do in stage 2.
Right,
and also, don't they play Doodles, or do they not, do they avoid Doodles?
No, they miss out on Doodles.
Oh, dude, that would have been nice to see. But
Lucky them.
Lucky them.
Their match versus Acceleration will be interesting. But right now, PosChamp will probably be A group, and Doodles will be B group, which is wild.
Unless Exhilaration upset PosChamp. Yeah.
Yeah, which
I don't want to play Doodles, man. I
No,
don't. I really don't.
no one does. But what can we do? Anyway, so I'm a Chicago Mafia stan. Someone talk about Pew Pew Plunderers.
I mean, I feel like Pew Pew Plunderers just have, like I said earlier, just more impressive like wins under their belt, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Exhilaration have been like a pretty solid team. I don't know. I haven't seen a crazy amount out of Mafia. I mean, there's one week where I was very impressed with them. I forget which one it was, but
Probably when they went to Map 5 versus Flashbacks.
yeah, that I probably. But I do also think that says more about Flashbacks than Mafia.
That's fair.
I mean, I think it is going to be a
close.
semi-close game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on
And
how well Mafia adapts to like the weirder comps people like running, like the Zarya and Doomfist, as I mentioned earlier. But be interesting to see.
Oh yeah, it's definitely probably one of my favorite matches to think about.
It's like really important for seeding too. So it'd be really good.
Fun.
All right. Moving on to our third game of the week. We got FBRD versus Jersey Boys. We have our resident Jersey Boy fan right here, Cho Bear.
Oh, I literally didn't hit enter. Fuck me to send it to Pasty. My bad.
Wow.
What is your pred?
Jersey Boys. I put.
Really?
Yeah.
After last week, you're doing Jersey Boys.
Yeah.
Oh
Says the guy that also voted Jersey Boys.
I know, but I feel like that's just gonna be like they're gonna learn from that mistake. But I feel like I shouldn't be putting Jersey Boys. But
You shouldn't.
I'm going to anyway.
You should.
And again, if there is a team that could flap out harder than Jersey Boys, it is FBRD.
That is exactly why I'm picking
So-
Jersey Boys. Because I think FBRD are gonna shit the bed.
Who is the bigger flopper?
Yeah.
FBI.
These are two teams that should be better than they are.
Yeah.
Oh, and
yeah.
also for the wait, hold on. Someone that's all right. You know what, Red? I can't believe you just said it's Cope that you think that no shot debut. Jersey Boys have played up and down and are inconsistent. Like, look at the fact that they have a lead they blew. On paper, I have faith in TIE Fighter, Vex, and Sleepy G, 3 really good players, to beat Jersey Boys.
Also,
Like-
drug main support's been very impressive.
Yes, like they have had a tough schedule and done pretty well. What are they right now? Are they like 2-2 or 3-1?
I think they're 2-2. Let me have a look.
Yeah. They are.
Yeah, they're 2-2.
Yeah.
2-2.
Same as Jersey Boys. And they
schedule.
played GP week 1. Week 2, who'd they play? I don't remember.
They did have a. They played Eminence, lost a map to Eminence. Then they
But
lost
Eminence,
to Strix.
I've said this before. I don't think they've looked at that. And then they lost to Strix. Both teams have
They
lost to
beat
Strix.
Yeah. Both have lost to Galactic Penguins 2. Jersey Boys took them to 5.
But both went to only 4 maps of Strix. Like, I think it's going to be closer
I
than
think
people
it's quite
think.
close.
And I think, like, if I'm looking like, if we're doing like 5v5, I'm doing matchup versus matchup.
I mean, also TIE Fighter's kind of forcing the Rhine lately. I don't know.
I will say, I do think if they go into the Rhine mirror, it's not going to look very great for Ty. I think teams should really, like, just let Ty play D.Va, let him play Sig, maybe some, like, other random stuff. Like, D.Va is actually so good right now, and people don't seem to get that. Like, if you play, like...
I don't know, Ty, you're a D.Va one trick.
Oh,
Get back on it.
We do play D.Va on BDB, this is correct. But I do get forced to play Ryan because I have a May one trick on my team. So my Ryan has, I believe. I do not think. I have very little faith in the Jersey Boys support line, and one of their 2 DPS. I'll let you guys take a guess on who one of their 2 DPS I have little faith in. The other DPS and Godzilla, I have faith. Now, across the 5, I think FBRD is more evened out. So I am going with FBRD.
I think that's true, but I think their macro is just going to get walked on.
What macro does Jersey Boys have?
Godzilla just controls his team. And just,
Godzilla.
It's
What do you-
Godzilla.
We just watched him go for flank shatters, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to beg him to fix your brain this next week, please.
I really hope FBRD don't try and mirror the Rhine.
Yeah,
I feel like
they will.
I feel
They
like
will.
they are bound to lose that. I think if they could play something like the D.Va comp, which I imagine Ty is more comfortable on than the Rhine, I think they will have a lot more success just playing a comp that benefits their DPS more.
Or I think they just play the Bastion comp.
I would love to see that.
Because here's the thing, like a lot of people don't seem to get it. Bastion, if you're playing against a better Rhine, just play the Bastion and literally tell your Bastion to only shoot at the Rhine. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what we did for
yes,
for
yes,
AK. That's
yes,
literally what we did.
yes, because
Like
that's all.
2 days before the game, I was like, guys, we're going Bastion, and we're just gonna kill Red Knight.
That's it. That's all you have to do. It's so tilting as a tank player because your shield just evaporates, right? And if you're like are losing like the shatter thing, like, and I'll be honest, like that's why I have BDB play because I accept the fact that I hate the Rhine character. I will not be as good at Rhine as like Magic Otter or like Gabe or Genji main. Like, know your matchups, know your strengths, know your weaknesses. Play the Bastion, go Burr. That's what I'll say.
I love the Bastion comp. It's so easily exploitable. I feel like teams that aren't used to it will just get shit on.
I think it's exploitable on certain maps, but like honestly, maps like Kings Row and Antarctica, it's super hard to play into it because of how like narrow and straight the sightlines are, and just close.
Yeah, and you can wide swing super early and still have those sightlines with the Bastion. You just like shred shields. Bastion is really good on certain enclosed maps. Like you saw some OWL teams run it and have a little bit of success with it. Like obviously it's OWL, so they can handle it better. They know how to play tempo better.
Yeah.
But especially in Harmony, where like a lot of teams struggle with tempo, as either foot on the gas or backpedal instantly. Like Bastion is really, really good.
It's kind of the same concept as like when people played Reaper in the Soch Tracer comp versus like Reaper versus Tracer, where like at lower levels, like Reaper just works because Reaper can kill really effectively and bodyguard your front line really effectively and kind of get out. It's hard to punish them, right? When you're plat. But like, and Bastion's the same concept. Like like in theory you can go Hanzo, but if your Rhine has a brain, the Rhine just walks with shield as you're using turret. Unless you hit some crazy like geometry angle, like especially like Kings Row and Antarctica, the 2 maps that are really popular right now, you know, it's hard to play into it, truly. Now other maps when it's like super open, like don't play it on like Colosseo or something because Hanzo just stands high ground and just shoots the Bastion with a giant hitbox.
Yeah.
Antarctica is even the guaranteed map next week, so I'm just saying, y'all.
At TIE Fighter, take notes.
If there's a time
Please
to
play
do
the
it,
Bastion.
if there's a time to play, it would be this week.
It would be now. It would be right. Or if you don't want to do that, honestly, play the Reaper. Same concept, just bully frontline. Play faster, bully frontline. Like that's how you out-duel a Ryan if you can just set tempo early, without being as good mechanically as the Ryan.
All right.
Umbrella Shield.
Moving on to our next game, our fourth one is Flashbacks versus Luminous. Wooly, what is your pred?
Luminous.
Oh, we got another Luminous stand.
Hey, did you just pick Luminous?
Hey.
He doesn't pick flashbacks at any point ever.
I have yet to pick Flashbacks ever.
Right. I want to hear Wooly's reasoning for Luminous. I'm ready.
I don't think that flashbacks are gonna play booster on off tanks. They haven't done it all season yet, and they look a lot worse when Schuster isn't on off tanks. I think Luminous now, unfortunately, they look better with Joish on tank than Rim, which pains me to say because I love Rim Jazzberry. But they just look more coordinated with Joish. They dropped the spaghetti in the second half of their game, but I think they looked a lot better. So I think it's going to be close, but I think flashbacks are going to try and just keep sticking to the meta rather than trying to play harmony and stick with what's good for them.
Yeah, I do. And you know, Tyler is my boy. You know, I've known Tyler since he was a wee lad. You know, since he got boosted and everything.
Yeah.
And I do think that he is overthinking it a bit with flashbacks. But I just think mechanically they're just better than Luminous.
I agree. They are mechanically a lot better. Every single person on flashbacks is mechanically better. Yeah, I agree. I just don't think that. I just don't think they're playing the right comps.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is such a tough match for flashbacks to lose, though. Like, I don't know.
This would be the most losses they've ever had as like a team, by the way. Like they've never lost more than like one game of stage.
They still have to go through stage 2.
Yeah.
Which they probably aren't going to lose much, but...
Yeah.
Whatever seed they are, like, they're going to...
We're losing all of them. I don't know why
Tracy's like, nah.
If you guys do lose to Luminous, you're going to be in Group D, or like D pool.
Which means they cannot make... Which means they cannot make...
No,
it goes
just gonna
Group
be
D, then Elam.
That group's just gonna be so hard for us, man. We've already lost. We're going to Group D. Like,
no, I did it. Oh my! Imagine.
I mean, we're gonna get eliminated in lower bracket.
Yeah.
Like first game lower bracket, that's done. GG. Bye bye.
I mean,
that goes our season. On to GM tier for me.
More fun, I'll say. Lower bracket is more fun.
I feel like flashbacks as of late have been like semi-competitive with a team like Doodles, even though they did lose. I feel like most of the maps were pretty competitive. So I mean,
there were
I
two
think
maps that were competitive, and it was the ones that Schuster was playing off tank.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought New Queen Street was pretty competitive, and he played ball on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did like.
I'll be honest. I didn't watch New Queen
The
Street.
only reason we lost New Queen Street is because we choked. That's literally the only reason we lost.
Yeah, you lost it by like he was close as hell. But they also just swapped 6-mans.
No. We were up
by
2, and then Zeno dies with EMP.
Oh, that's tragic. That's tragic. It happens sometimes. Like just based on highs and lows, I think flashbacks is approaching a high. Well, Luminous Foxes just made a roster change just with a map 5 versus a team that I don't rate as highly as flashbacks. I believe in the mid backs here.
Yeah, I mean, like
I don't know
they
why you
look
would.
decent against Doodles, who are like a good team, a very good team. So.
We got 3
you
people
guys
who are
see
about to
the-
lose $5.
I'm not putting money on this one. I'm
Money on it.
I'm not
That's gonna throw this
You know what?
flashback.
You know what, Pacey? I'll tell you what. I will pay you $5 if you beat Luminous. If you beat Luminous, I will pay you $5
Is that for sure?
for sure. I will give you $5 if you beat Luminous.
Whatever Luminous are paying you,
Clip
whatever
it.
I will
Nerf is
give you
paying you.
$5 if you go to D pool. How about
Clip
that?
it right now. Clip it right now, man.
We just start bidding to make to see if Pacey will throw the match for flashback.
Whatever Nerf is paying you to throw this match, I'll pay you double. Okay.
How much is on the line?
Oh my god.
I'm
I'm
like a
sick of this
salary player
flashback
now.
shit.
Salary player. Yeah, the $5.
Semi-
Tranquility.
Professional Overwatch player.
Hey, technically, Tyler and I can say we've won money in an Overwatch tournament.
I have
Yeah,
two.
too.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you got? Wait, what do you?
Neapolitan gave me $5 for ice cream after we 4-0'd Luminous.
Okay, no. I'm saying I actually won a tournament that gave me like $200. So.
I won bets. But...
Okay.
No, I competed. Hey,
You're just a
you
semi-pro
competed for your
gambler.
money. I competed for mine. Come on, it's the same thing.
It's same thing. Same thing.
He's a semi-pro gambler.
The Neapolitan, before our match versus Luminous, he told everyone if we win, he'll give everyone $5 for ice cream.
Oh, is that back in like season? What was?
Yeah,
it,
season 8.
Season
Yeah,
8.
Yeah,
Uh,
he was our coach. And that's a fun season.
Yeah,
Now
getting
we're on.
fortued by Doodles.
Now we're on to our last match of the week. It is none other than Swordfish versus Insidious. And it does not look close. Wooly, what is your spread?
It's a 4-0 Insidious. Easy.
Alright,
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to say. We've had one game to like watch Swordfish, and they didn't even look that great.
let's blame Chobi for putting
I
this
think
on the
There was
top.
no other good matches this week.
Wait,
What do you want me to do?
I think Swordfish are gonna improve a lot over this.
What do you want me to do? Fighting potatoes versus
stage
geometric?
2.
You said that about Mets. You said that
No,
about
no,
Mets
no, no,
too.
no.
Okay.
Hear me out. No, hear me out.
Okay,
Hear me out.
I'm here.
Mets mechanics didn't look very great, which I think is their biggest issue right now.
Wait, Mets. Why are we talking about the Mets? Wait.
Because I'm
Go
a
the
Mets
Mets, baby.
enjoyer. I'm a
Because
Mets
Sticko
enjoyer.
said the same
but
thing about the Mets, that they're going to
but-
improve, and they haven't.
Swordfish, their
Hey, they play
issue,
Bastion though.
their issue is they seem like they're all like, most of them are relatively new to the game, which is when people improve the most.
That's true.
Is when they're like first starting to get coaching. So if there is like a time for a team to improve, it is Swordfish. Therefore, I think they're gonna lose this match pretty handedly. I think stage 2, they're gonna show a lot of improvement though.
Chobi, I'll give you $10 if you guys lose to Mets game. I'll read that match right here, right now.
That'd be really funny.
Ah.
Hey.
It's all about the Mets.
It's all about the Mets.
I need a
I don't
Mets
think it's
gaming
worth-
hat.
Hey,
I
that's
think
a
it's
pretty.
worth-
I get $10 and I don't have to play against Doodles in stage 2.
Hey,
That sounds like a
profit,
pretty
profit,
good
profit.
You got to deal with Bubba Wyatt though.
I gotta
It's
replace
over
this.
here.
I gotta replace this hat with a Mets hat. That's
No,
what I
you
need.
don't. The Mets are a poverty franchise.
I love the Mets.
Oh, the
The
Mets,
Yankees
baby.
are so dog shit.
Ross
My
fans
dad's
are
a
becoming
Yankees fan, so I have a Yankees
match-fixing
hat.
ring.
I don't even know. I don't even like the Yankees. I just have a Yankee hat because my dad's a Yankees fan.
That's tragic.
It's
You know,
fucking
we
goofy.
guys, we're now sponsored by DraftKings. You know, obviously. I'm
You're
joking. As a
Bronx
joke, Tranquility has no affiliation with any gambling whatsoever. That's none whatsoever.
Yet.
fan.
No, not even. No, stop. Not even yet. No.
Chobi would love a sponsor.
Will enable his betting addiction even more.
Yeah.
Because we are going to file for a Chipotle sponsor.
Yeah.
Dude,
Now, if you
gotta
can
go
order
to-
from it's Chick-fil-A, right?
Bronze beans.
Bronze beans.
You're probably your Chipotle player of the week.
And I just, you guys know there's like a rule for the Iris where it's like, please don't eat on stream. That rule was made because of me.
Because
I
I
did-
Chick-fil-A?
No, because you guys remember when I lived in DC and worked at Chick-fil-A, I would just come home and eat Chick-fil-A or like pizza during the Iris because I was on
That's
the
so
Iris.
funny.
Because I would
Very
work.
funny.
That rule is definitely in place because of me.
When we get the Chipotle sponsor, every time we say, "Oh, the Chipotle Player of the Week," we just take a bite of our
Take a bite.
burrito. We take a bite of our
You guys are gonna have to mail
Chipotle
that
sponsored
to me.
food.
There's no Chipotle here.
Oh, really? I guess
I
it's
think there's some in like capital cities, but there's none in.
You could just like have like a paper
regional
cutout.
areas.
Just print a picture of a burrito.
Just make some quesadillas and say it's Chipotle at home.
I do love quesadillas.
Quesadillas are fire, bro.
Just eat a tortilla.
Actually, if you guys are looking to try some really good Hispanic food, have you ever had? If you've not had it, pupusas. Do you know what pupusas are?
Wait, maybe.
Oh.
It's like a Honduran, El Salvadoran dish that's like. It's like a tortilla that's filled in the center.
Yeah,
like
I've had
baked
this.
in.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yes, and usually you put pickled jalapenos and stuff on top. It's so good, bro.
Yeah, you have like some salsa for dipping as well. Yeah, that's very good.
All right. Anyway,
segueing over from Chipotle now. Let's talk about our Bronze Banter Chipotle Player of the Week. No, okay.
Sticko died again.
Nevino, do you want to, since you are our guest star, do you want to announce who our Chipotle Player of the Week is?
Well, just like normal Bronze Banter, Sticko DC'd at the end.
Yes.
Classic.
Of course.
My Chipotle player, the player of the week is Jimbo. I kind of talked about it earlier in a game that was very losable for them. He looked really good. He's been consistently one of the best flex supporters in the tier, so I'm going with a Jimbo.
He got a 5K too.
Did he? I didn't watch that much of it.
Yeah, he got a
nice
5K.
job, Jimbo. Yeah, I think I don't know unless someone else wants to talk about Jimbo. I guess that's it. I know this has been a long show. I know I talk a lot.
We always have really long shows.
I think it's one of our shorter ones, actually.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's so bad because like the Iris is like, we gotta be done in an hour or so, guys. You know, we don't want to go too long.
Ours are like 2 hours, 2.5 hours usually.
No, what?
They just let us. Our stream time is a lot longer, so they just let us go on for as long as we want now.
That's not.
Or
Good
watch
old
time.
Jimbo.
I think our longest one was like nearing 3.5 hours.
That was
Power Rankings one was so long.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, bracketology
took
season 8,
forever, man.
I think.
Oh yeah.
I think bracketology season 8 was like.
Bracketology takes forever no matter what happens, bro. It takes forever. The Iris takes forever everywhere because like you're doing all these matchups. You have like a bunch of people talking. It's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I would I don't remember what I was gonna say, so ignore me.
I think we just like talk about the things that are coming up now. We got the Iris podcast coming up on Monday.
After Scrims tonight is tomorrow, right?
Oh, after Scrims
Yes,
tonight. How can I forget? The best show. Best show
Doug,
on
I love
Discord.
Doug.
Is there more Baby Thug this week? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I assume so.
Wait, hold up. I have one question for you, Nevina. Okay, because this is a big ongoing debate inside of Hive Mind. Burritos or tacos? Which one is better? You'll be judged very harshly on what you choose, by the way.
I'll be real. I don't eat that many burritos. I'm a bowl type of guy when I go to like burrito places. So I'm gonna go tacos. Because
I think we'll end the cast there.
Alright,
but if we're being honest, I'm a quesadilla man through and through.
That's fair.
Like specifically with Al Pastor on it, bro. Al Pastor, some like.
Oh my god,
dude, Al Pastor is just the best thing ever created.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you guys should have a.
Before the pandemic, we had a really good Mexican place in my town. But like it closed during the pandemic, and I've been chasing that high ever since.
Honestly, guys, Silver Slander should have a Taco Tuesday night, and just everyone bring tacos to Silver Slander.
Yeah,
Dude,
true.
I would love.
One.
I would love to get that figured out. Like, just bring a burrito, eggs, Bronze Banter. That'd be so fun. Because I know this place. It's called like La Santa. Oh, they make the fattest burritos. Oh my god, it's so good. I might get that tomorrow.
I love when people I don't know who they are go Nevino being based for the very first time. I'm like,
that's Valerie.
No,
dude.
Nevino's always been base.
Nai is Valerie.
oh, is that Valerie?
Yeah.
Valerie's washed, so real, bro. So Wyverns they're on Wyverns, aren't they?
Yeah.
Washed, so washed, Valerie. The League Zero infection continues.
It does.
So real.
When will it ever stop?
Who knows, bro?
It's a cancer on this community.
Hey, this isn't BPL. This isn't BPL.
Oh, my bad.
We're not quarantined in Trank. Anyway, I'll finish off the rest. We got after the Iris podcast, we got Harmony feature, and then Silver Slander after the Harmony feature. Then it's the Trans tier feature, and then the day after that, what's that? Wednesday. And then on Thursday we have the Discord tier feature, and then next Saturday it's us again. Woo!
Woohoo!
All right, I have to answer Genji Main's question because it's very important. Good Mexican in St. Louis, Mission Taco. Really, really, really good. Mission Taco. Love that place.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. And then
Yeah,
Elm
you can't
Taco.
get Chipotle. You can't
Now,
Chipotle
if
can't
you're-
be getting us.
If you're doing also, if you want to do something a little more like that's like a hole in the wall, there's a chain in St. Louis called El Maguey, and they make crazy stuff. I love their stuff. It's like hole in the wall, really good. You better clip this so you can remember Genji Main. But yes, Monty, I don't like you.
Just out of nowhere, man. Just
No, Monty said hi.
Why is Monty
so-
catching a stray?
No, Monty said hi.
Oh, I thought Monty said nothing. You were just calling him out.
Monty just said a bunch of questions. JK, I adore Monty with all my heart, always and forever.
Monty's alright at times.
Gold Gossip. How about go support Silver Slander if you want Gold Gossip.
yeah.
Support the expansion.
If our expansion does well, then we get another expansion
We
that
talk
will
about it.
hopefully do
Yeah.
well. And then with the GM tier coming up, hopefully we can get us another like
The
plat
plat-
something.
What's the?
Plat something.
do-
No,
season
no,
after that.
the platinum panderers.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
that actually.
Okay. Okay.
These are pandering to everyone's takes. You know, you're pandering.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, we
Tell-
Apom would be hosting. I don't think Apom will be pandering to anyone.
yeah.
Honestly, A-Plum as a host would be the funniest thing.
It would be so good. He was like joking about it in trans discussion. I'm like, he would be perfect for it.
That'd be funny.
Well, that's all we have for Bronze Banter this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for coming in and tuning in for the stream and participating in our lovely chat. Surely, it's lovely. Hope you all enjoyed yourself. Let's sign off. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Keep going. Bye.